Hello, my name is Alish Azad, and in this video I'll be testing out and I'll be showing you the Linux Mint 21 Vanessa, and this was released in July 2022, and it is the most current Linux distro available, but although a new version is released, I think I still prefer this version of Linux Mint. Now for the day, I'll be testing on a virtual machine, but you can install it or test it on your PC or laptop. And if you would plan to try to install this Linux Mint ISO or newer version of the operating system on your PC or laptop, which you use daily, then you should back up all of your data up, and you can consider alternative programs like LibreOffice instead of Microsoft Office. And you can do anything you want in the Linux Mint on your PC or virtual machine or your desktop, whichever you choose. First, I'm going to go to this Linux Mint Vanessa page, then you download the version of Linux Mint Vanessa. We'll scroll down. And you would choose the country which you are living in. You choose the country, but I would choose the and when I choose a different nation which I like to choose, then I should be able to install the Linux Mint and to test it. Now this is Linux Mint 21 Vanessa 64-bit. Now I would play this virtual machine, or I'll power on this virtual machine. I'll power it on. Wait for it to go up. Now to go up menu, you select by using the arrow keys. You select Start Linux Mint 21 64-bit. And I would choose the Polish server of Poland. Google this here. Then it should be able to take 1 hour, 2 hours to download because I'm routing from Poland. But if I choose the South Korean mirror, then it should still take 1 hour to download, especially if I'm downloading from very long range out regions like China and South Korea. And if we download from Singapore, then it should take about that hour range. And that is how we download and install the Linux Mint. and it's 2.4 gigabytes in total. And this is the picture of the Linux Mint desktop. And you can see the Linux Mint logo has appeared on the screen of the virtual machine. Next, I would pause the video until we reach the desktop of Linux Mint. When we'll talk more about it, when we'll test more and more apps, etc. on Linux Mint, and move and test the start menu, etc. And then the desktop should appear. And then this mouse is working very fine, you can see here in the interface. Next, the desktop is loaded up. Now we will check how the speed performs. Now this is quite slow, but I disabled 3D graphics before starting with the virtual machine, because the test when I first got to the virtual machine that was slow. And everything else should be working fine as usual. And you can also hover your mouse right there to scroll down faster. And you can use, you can change the desktop background, the sound, into the software, and etc. Now I would go to Software Manager, and this is Package Manager, Software Manager, Package Manager, and everything like that. And you can see here is all have been vetted, and make sure that it's safe to use. Now on the internet, as a Windows user, you need to be searching around, searching the web, looking for files. You can see here whatever files you want. Now we should be able to take a look here. Now it's going to be generating cache, 1 moment, blah blah blah. But on Linux, it's completely different. It does not use executable files like my operating system Windows does. Instead, it uses the tar.gz files on Linux Mint. And while it does that, I should be able to talk about more about how this Linux Mint works. Now the Linux speed is quite very slow at this moment. I can also change the desktop background of Linux Mint. There we go. We should load. Next, continue with this one. Now, this one is very good type of wallpaper. I like this wallpaper. Now we will install the Linux Mint on the system here. Now we'll install the Linux Mint. We'll double click on this. Now we'll wait for the installation to come up into the desktop of the Nextman. Next, I'll select my language. You can pick any of your language you want to, but first we'll continue with English here. That would do. Continue. And I should be able to take us look next to the keyboard layout step. I'll choose English, US. Continue. I can type in a I can test my keyboard here. There we go, to take keyboard layout. Next, then I'll select different key. No, we cannot do that. But that's great. But you should test first special keys from Greek or whatever languages. And I'll select continue. And wait for the installation to appear the next step. Now we'll install multimedia codecs. Take more of that, continue. And it's going to be preparing the Ubuntu drivers for the operating system to work. And then in the disk setup installation type, I'll select erase disk and install Linux Mint. But I will not delete your main host operating system using. Instead, you will delete only the virtual hard disk of the virtual machine to guest drivers and not your host drivers. Okay? That's why I'll erase the disk and install Linux Mint. I'll click on this here. This one out. And I should, select my time zone and enter my information here, which is going to be the next step. We can continue to write the changes into the disk, which will overwrite all of your data, programs, documents, etc. Which is not, as common in first virtual machines. We just have no data in it. Also, my time zone I live in London. Continue. I should have set my keyboard layout to English UK, but I stick with the US keyboard layout because I like to make for just a video. But if I wanted to install it on my actual PC, which I'm using, or my another PC which is HP Elite 8000 SFF, then it's just like English UK at that moment. I want to tell my name. And then it's mint, and then it's password as well. I'll type in the password mint. Okay, and I'll log in my account. I'll log in automatically, that'll be fine. Push continue. Then it should be start to copy the files across. And then we'll pause it until this process is done. There we go, it says welcome to Linux Mint. And you can see here that is the most good bit about how Linux Mint installs on the system. Then Linux Mint helps your computer to be new and be new again. And that's how does it work when you install it on your PC or laptop, which is an old one, or you install it on your daily computer, which is still new. And you can see it shows browser the web on YouTube, Netflix, and Firefox as well, which is the main browser of Linux Mint. And next, when I remove the installation media, meaning the other file was removed from the virtual machine, see the list, then I pressed enter, but nothing worked. That's why I powered off this virtual machine. Now I would power on this virtual machine to see how it goes. Wait for it to boot up. There we go, it's now booting. Now fixing the display quality and it's booting up the Linux Mint desktop. And wait for it to come up, and I need to wait for it to show the desktop of Linux Mint. And this will ask that you need to click on OK. No, it's still not working. I'll pause the video until this is until this is ended. There you go, it's started booting up to Linux Mint. It's booting up. And now this is the TTY1 desktop, similar to an MS-DOS virtual machine. Just like this. Then the GUI appears, graphical user interface appears on the virtual machine. And there we go, the desktop of Linux Mint has appeared. And the desktop is going to be showing up, and it's going to be showing the connection sounds for a while. And there we go, Linux Mint has been powered on. I restarted it multiple times, but that's okay. Now it's fully installed, and then I will check the start menu of the desktop. I do not know why it's slow, but if I upgrade the RAM and the hard disk to an SSD and to an 8GB RAM, because I have a smaller form factor PC and also a small one, then the experience should be working fine. And everything else should be working good as well. Or if I update my screen recording softwares, FPS, and use specific modes, etc., blah blah, or edit my virtual machine's hard disk, RAM, etc., then it should work. And so welcome to Linux Mint. And I can customize the themes, the desktop, etc., etc. Next, I'm going to go to and I want to change my theme, which I need. I'll go to here. Now I would prefer the older Linux Mint look, the old one, which is Linux Mint 17.x, or I prefer the Mint X theme of Linux Mint. Next thing you click on this here, then I'll click on Mint X. Okay. I'll click on button here, Mint X. I'll change it to all of them, to Mint X. Leave it as DMZ white, okay. And then what should I do? I need to, okay. Then that's how it. Next, the last thing we need to do is we need to configure the Linux Mint menu. Or right click. Then on here I'll add the text, or the text menu, and then I'm going to add the Linux Mint logo I'll choose from this box here. I'll choose Linux Mint logo, select it, and then done. Now I'm going to go to the menu, or if I want to decrease the size, it also says Super L, Super R. In Linux, Windows key is Super, but in Linux V is completely different. It is Super and not Windows. I have found a setting which I can decrease the panel height because I did not try Linux Mint I last tried Linux Mint when it was in 2024. Then after that I did not try Linux Mint. Now I'm starting to be used to Linux Mint after I was not in use for Linux Mint. Now I will decrease the panel height. There we go, and that's how it is. Okay, and that's how to customize a Linux Mint desktop. Now I will also change the wallpaper, and to allow you to know that we need to change it to the Linux Mint. I'll change the Linux Mint wallpaper here. And this is how it looks like. This was it like in Linux Mint 18. Everything was the same like those here in Linux Mint 18. Then everything else should be working still fine. It's no problems, no nothing, but just the Linux Mint logo view. And that's pretty much it about how our Linux Mint configuration looks like, and how we can install it, and how we can run Linux Mint on our VMware Workstation virtualization software. And that's how to do the process, and that's how to test the virtual machine. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any video forms. And feel free to install Linux Mint on a PC, which I watch. Feel free to install Linux Mint on your PC or laptop, which you use daily, if you prefer the look and the design, but you rather not change your theme, or you rather change your theme. That's entirely up to you. You can install Linux Mint, feel free to want on your PC or laptop, if you prefer the Linux Mint logo, environment, etc., like I do. And that's how to do it. And one thing you can do is we can go to Start, and then as we use Windows, there's no Start button, but though we can rename it to Start, but it's menu. So I can quit, but it says powered off. No, it's not. I need to shut down this. Next, when I shut down, it will shut down the virtual machine, and you can use this virtual machine anytime you like, any needs. Okay, and that's how to do it. And feel free to work on your main OS. Now it's Linux, if you even had to install Linux on your PC which you're using. And that's how to install Linux Mint. And thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.